So, week 2 of the series. Last week, do you remember what we did? Do you remember the phrase that stays? Barely remember it.
Obey, otherwise you will be dismayed.
Very close, you got to obey through the dismay. Very close, very close. So yeah, we're carrying on with our series, A Few Good Men. What kind of man will you be, or woman? Casey's probably watching and want to go down there.
Katie.
So, week 2. I'm going to give you the phrase that stays straight away, so you can sort of link it all together. Don't think twice to sacrifice. There you go. So, this last week we were reminded of the tragic events that occurred in New York on September 11, 2001, when 2 planes flew into the World Trade Center, encapsulating evil on a global scale for all to see. I've been to Ground Zero myself, and still to this day there are the names of 343 firefighters, 50 police officers and 8 medical technicians. They're all listed there. These brave people did not run from the burning towers, but gave their lives to save others, thus providing a heroic sacrifice, as almost 3,000 people lost their lives on that tragic day. How much are you willing to sacrifice for the needs of others? In 1941, Maximilian Kolbe, a Polish friar of a church, provided shelter to thousands of refugees, including Jews, during World War II. He was eventually arrested and imprisoned in 1941 and placed in the notorious concentration camp Auschwitz. In July of that year, 3 men escaped as punishment, and the SS commander ordered 10 men to be starved to death to deter further escapes. Friar Kolbe was not one of those men, but when someone begged for mercy, he volunteered to take his place. During that time, he calmly led the others in prayer, and after 3 weeks, he was the only one left. Eventually, the commander ordered him to be killed with an injection of carbolic acid. And he willingly gave his arm. His sacrifice was complete. At approximately 18,000 BC, an old man was promised by God that he would father a nation to be God's people. He would have as many descendants as there are stars, and despite the complications of his barren wife, a son was born named Isaac. God made it clear to this man that he was to offer his one and only son, the heir of God's promise, as a burnt offering upon a mountain after 3 days' travel. The thoughts that ran through his mind on that journey, the temptation to hold back, to turn around, to ignore, must have been intense. But he remembered God's promise and stayed obedient to God's word. "Where is the lamb for the sacrifice, Father?" young Isaac asked. "The Lord will provide a sacrifice," the man said. "Here's an eye." He bound his son, placed him on an altar, and raised his knife. Abraham came a sudden heavenly call. "Abraham, here I am," replied the man. "Do not lay a hand on this boy," the Lord said. The man dropped his knife. Tears in full flow now. His son would live. These were all extreme examples of human sacrifice, where the cost was great and the temptation to bail must have been extreme. What are you willing to sacrifice when you walk out on that pitch today? If you're Tom Kite, then hopefully it's free kicks on the edge of the box. If you're Ayers, hopefully it's penalties. It might mean delaying a family holiday, JD, or playing in goal, Angus, or being late. It could be your starting place, mate, Magic Mason. Or my Friday evening writing this epic team tour. We must all make sacrifices as a team in order to be successful, like sacrificial Abraham, the father of nations. Don't think twice about the sacrifice. Those firemen didn't, Friar Kolbe didn't, sacrificial Abraham didn't. We need a reaction this week. Forget everything else about your weekend. What you might need energy for, whether it's a birthday party or Roxy's, or just watching the football and drinking beer. Sacrifice everything for the next 2 hours. Let's begin our season properly, and let's show the rest of the league that Gresham is a tough place to go if you're playing St. Nick's. And let's not think twice about the sacrifice. Come on, guys.